Hello, I'm Evan,
I'm Tyler.
and the person we decided to interview for our community member is my brother Nolan. He's gone to Turbo all 4 years, and he's currently working at the community in the community as a nurse for one of the hospitals here. And so we asked him a bunch of questions, and yeah, we'll tell you about them.
So we asked him questions about the Viterbo core values. The Viterbo's core values are contemplation, hospitality, integrity, service, and stewardship. And then, so the first question we asked him was, which of the Viterbo values applies most with your work as a nurse? And his response was stewardship.
So stewardship is basically taking care of something, and based on just his occupation as a nurse, I feel like this is kind of an obvious question because for his job, he's taking care of the people in the hospital. So I think this was a pretty no-brainer question that we were going to get.
So then the next question we asked him was, with your top value, was it present before you came to Viterbo? And if it wasn't, what made you realize that this was becoming one of your values? His answer for that was, yes, it was. I was raised in a good family and was always taught to be responsible. Being at Viterbo, however, has enhanced my values in that I have a greater understanding that my actions can impact more people than just myself. Which I agree with because just even being here for a little amount of time, I can understand how these values can impact your life and help you get a greater understanding of how actions can impact others around you.
Yeah, and obviously he's my brother, so I have a little more insight. And he said that he grew up like with a respecting family, and like my family made sure that it was to treat others with like respect and care, and nursing fits right into that. So
For the next question that we asked him was, which value least applies to your work? And he said, I would say service. Although you are performing a service to the community and play a vital role, you are doing it out of love and enjoyment. You are doing it because you find fulfillment in providing a service. This is a value I feel all nurses, no matter if they are good or bad, have.
I was kind of surprised with that one, but the definition he gave totally makes sense. When we were going in to interview him, I totally thought that service was probably going to be one or two, and it wasn't. It was actually his least. And like I said, I think that's a good reflection on like what a nurse, what he is, and what he expects of himself and all nurses in general.
I agree with that. And then the next question we asked him was, how does your work affect yourself? And does your job make you a better person or enhance your qualities? He said, yes, it does. The residents at my work depend to properly give them medications and to be attentive each shift. No matter how my day has gone, I have to go into work with a clear mind. It is a reminder every day that the occupation I chose is larger than just myself, which I agree with because you have to always be attentive and making sure you're diagnosing and not diagnosing, but helping the patients out with everything and be exact with everything as a nurse, so you don't give them something wrong or too much that could kill them. So you always have to be on your toes all the time. So
Wait, can I see the question again? Yeah, and yeah, honestly, I don't know what to say for that one.
So then the next question was, over the years, has college and working as a nurse change your values over the years? Doesn't have to be Viterbo values. And he said, yes. College has given me a better perspective on life. I engage in self-reflection and contemplation every day. It is important for one to know his or herself before they can ever help others. College and nursing is challenging. You have to find what keeps you going and motivated. You have to find time out of the day to improve yourself.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people's values changed during college, so I wasn't really surprised that he said his values changed in college. And I've kind of noticed that. I kind of noticed that he's different from when he left for college from now. His like values have definitely changed, and I think he takes his job and school a little more seriously than before he came. So, not surprised that his values changed.
Yeah, I agree, and like I can see that like with my cousin who goes to a college where I'm from, and like he's definitely changed from when he was a senior in high school and to where he is now, a couple years older than us, and
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people find themselves, like, find who they are in college, which means that their values change because of that.
Mhm.
So,
And then the next question was, if there was one value you want to prioritize and implement it to Viterbo, what would it be and why? His answer was contemplation. The best thinkers and the best individuals take time out of their day to reflect. It is how we grow and how we change things. You cannot go into each not thinking. It is how mistakes are made and people become depressed. You have to find what keeps you going, which I agree with because the best thinkers really do take the time to think about how their day is going. You'll always have an open mind, especially when reflecting and doing contemplation about things. So
yeah, another thing when you contemplate, I feel like you go into a lot deeper thought about things. And when you do contemplate about things, you get a better understanding. And so a better understanding on everything is good because it's knowledge. And yeah.
And finally, our last question we asked him was, will you take the Viterbo values and still carry them after you leave? His answer was yes. Viterbo has changed me forever and I am better for coming here. I am proud to be going here and I am proud of this university. Which I agree with too because, like I said earlier, I already think it's helped me out and that I'm definitely going to take the values after I leave here and use them to help better me as a person once I graduate.
Yeah, I feel like he's definitely going to take those values, and he's just not saying that just to say that, just for the sake of the interview. But I think he truly does mean that, because like I said, I see a change in character every single day. He's like molding into an adult, basically, and the Viterbo core values are kind of, I feel like, values that adults should have and should value. So that's the way I see it. And that's it, right?
Yep.
And that is the end of our interview discussion about Viterbo core values.